How are you doing, acolytes? I'm TheOracle, and yes, you saw the title. Welcome to Night of the Lesbian Vampires.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Quick grab how I got this game. It's from Itch.io, I downloaded it ages ago. It's like an hour length type, just a short visual novel. That's what it is. Also a real comedy thing, but it's got vampires in it, lesbian vampires. Anyway, that's an hour, but no time to waste. No time to waste. We gotta get into it. Let's get into this some juicy stuff, and it'll be juicy. Finds and X, and probably some boobies, and other stuff. Who knows? Let's get into it. Let's start, shall we? Now playing Blood Lab. The brightness of the computer screen was killing me. The adjustment was sticky. That's not sticky because of other reason, but you know, so I dare not touch it. I resisted the urge to check the clock. I did not want to see how late it was getting. I stuck a horror movie waiting for me at home, and my solo, totally nostalgic Halloween marathon was looking like it might be ruined. I intended to sit on the couch, eat takeout, and watch blood and mayhem play out for my enjoyment on the screen. Instead, I was sitting at the desk glowing over forms for my way to use successful blood drive. Real blood was just not as fun as fake blood. Yeah, real blood? What? Yeah, the real blood in your Halloween stuff? Not asking anything there. I sighed, the night had gone quiet. All the nearby shops was closed and everyone was out at Halloween parties or trick-or-treating with their families.
Of course I can stay late.
Oh, this is there, is it?
It's not like I have anyone
Meet
home
Mina! Good old Mina! Mina! Funny enough she's got Mina because, you know, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Mina Harker. It's all full of vampire references here, isn't it? Of course I can stay late. It's not like I have anything at home waiting for me. Apart from vampire lesbians. Yes, and it's better than this one. Lesbian vampires sucked. But yeah. I sighed again. There's a small tapping on the window behind me. I turned around, expect to see a rent T3 branch of blood bus. Yes, I read that as bus. I mean bush. Anyway. However, it was a woman instead. Ooh, sitting in a tree. That sounds a full-on vampire just came to your window. With a cleavage. Wait, what? I can move? I can move? What's new? Alright then. Ah! It is a woman! Blah 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 blah. I almost fell out of the chair trying to turn around to face her as he stood there tapping gently and looking at me through the glass. Window tapper lady. Yep, that's what you call her. Window tapper lady. As he took a treat as he said. She said it slowly, enjoying every syllable. Her chest he heaved as he breathed. She wore a tight corset with a pink leopard print and had long flowing blonde hair. Obvious vampires, obvious. Great, a drunk. Yeah, obvious drunk.
Ma'am?
She's there.
You're closed. Come back tomorrow.
Ma'am.
Sober?
I know she's talking, never mind. Also I can't read this because he's talking, so. I said the last part quietly, she grinned at me. Oh no, that's bad.
My darling, I assure you I am very sober. I'd love to get a drink with you.
Ooh, getting feisty. What's the way she said darling? She sounds like 02. I felt the blood rush to my face. That's probably what she wants. She wants the blood all over her, boy. She wants all the blood over her. I'd never been so hit on so directly by a woman, and now there was one standing outside the window just doing that. Have I died of boredom? Probably not. Yeah, I could get a drink, yeah, who cares? Come on, let's go.
Well, maybe when I'm not at work.
Go get a drink, Mina. Go get one. I said you go get one. This was not the weirdest way I had ever been asked out, so why not, I guess.
Please, dear one, let me come in.
Yeah, let the vampire in, honestly. Come on, let them all in. Let them all in. Oh, I couldn't do that. We were closed. I started to explain, but there was a loud knocking out from our front entrance. Damn it! Now what?
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Excuse me. I guess.
Got another vampire? I walked away from the woman at the window and walked towards the front. It was Halloween. What the thing had a normal night at work, closed or not. The front of our clinic was all glass. Well, let's not throw stones in. Let's throw a million of them. So I could easily make out yet another woman. She looked out on the front on the door until she saw me and then stopped. Mina's lucky. Obvious that's a teeth there. Can you not see that tooth? Honestly. This one's more of a nerdy vampire though, so that's surprising. She pushed her glasses up her nose and then gave a harsh wave. She wore a baggy sports jersey over a pair of washed out overalls. If that wasn't a vampire, that definitely screamed lesbian, didn't it?
Greetings.
Greetings, yes, I'm the geeky vampire, yes, greetings. For fuck's sake. Yeah, for fuck's sake, lad, you got women knocking at your door. For fuck's sake, you know you don't like that. I'm speaking in some weird northern accent, can you understand me? No.
I'm sorry. We're closed.
Like, to the other one?
I see that. However, if I could just come in for a moment?
Yeah, come on. Let all then. What, why? I rub my cheeks, why me? Yeah, I don't know, I should be bloated from salty junk food and laughing at ridiculous jump scares right now. I'm not trying to explain hours to strange yet attractive women. Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're attractive, look at you there.
We're closed.
Door knocker lady seemed to see something because she looked away and then scowled.
You're late, Carmilla.
Carmilla! Oh, there's the other one. The woman from before walked around to stand beside the other. I guess her name was Carmilla. Obvious vampire name.
I am not. I was trying to get in through the back.
Yeah, true, obviously. Nah, you know what, no you weren't. Gotta get the whole meal for herself. The whole meal. Nah, me and the pussy.
There isn't a door back there.
Obvious blunders blundering. So I like the art style so far. It's like very comic booky type style. Quite good. Also, I like you can shake it about. Shake, 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 shake.
No, but there is a window.
Hey, so you can go in through the window. In through the window. You hear that? No, Martin. She purred the words while looking at me and then turned back to the other woman.
I saw her first, Elizabeth.
I think of those obvious vampire names, Elizabeth and Camilla. So the other woman was named Elizabeth, and I seemed to know her. I glanced back at the computer. I still had so much work to do. Yep, just dealing with two vampire lesbians on the busy night, eh?
That kind of nonsense is not why we're here.
Why are you here then? For blood? The blood, the blood. She looked over me slowly and then continued.
I think...
Why are you here then?
So, like I, said.
We're closed! Scamoose! Vámonos! Vámonos! Dos! They both turned their attention to me, causing a sensation similar to ice sliding down my spine at their sudden attention. I cleared my throat and tried again.
You can come tomorrow morning if you'd like to donate some blood.
They don't want to donate some blood. They want the blood.
My love, we're not here to give blood. We're here to take it.
Yeah, break the rules, you know. Break the rules.
Excuse me?
Did you see her teeth out there? She's an obvious vampire. And wearing the doctor's outfit, don't know why. Elizabeth sighed and pushed her glasses up the bridge of her nose. It seemed to be a habit she did often. At least this was the second time I had witnessed it.
Take is such a strong word. You see, we have an agreement with Claudia. Is she
Another
here?
vampire? I stood up a bit straighter, suddenly understanding what this late night visit was about.
She doesn't work here anymore. She got fired because...
Oh, was he stealing the blood? He was stealing blood. Probably. I mean, obviously he's stealing blood. Blood is not always the thing you can find out in the open. I mean, you go out and hang somebody and find it, but as I say, it's not a thing you can come as easily. Unless you chop your finger off or something, or as I said, shank someone. Apart from that, it's hard to find. I would have recommended doing the stuff I just said though, but unless you want to. Let's go ahead, cause chaos. She doesn't work anymore, she got fired because... I guess that solved the mystery of why she kept sneaking in here after we were closed. Blood had gone missing, but she had some medication, but so has some medication and money.
You should both leave before I call my boss.
Well, that's another thing you shouldn't have said. I crossed my arms, grateful that the door was locked, but it made it easy to stand tall and braver than I already was. You know they can just walk through that or smash through it, right? They're vampires. Camilla frowned and placed her palm on the glass.
You wound me.
You wound me. Oh, no.
This is unfortunate.
You'll see the smart one, Elizabeth. She muttered something under her breath, but I didn't catch it. Camilla seemed to have heard, but didn't react.
I'm not letting you guys in so you can rob the place. So, shoot.
Shoot. I wave my arms at them the same way I would get that overconfident raccoon off my porch. It might work. It was an overconfident raccoon. Okay.
Rob the place?
She's confused as hell.
I suspected Claudia was up to something. A shame.
Shame, ding, shame, ding.
No, I can't believe it. Sweet, innocent Claudia.
Claudia vampire as well, because that's an obvious another vampire name. I had not known Claudia well, but those were not words I would use to describe her. She was an old woman with a sour face, like sour. You know, not nearly as mean as he looked. For the most part, she kept to herself. She's probably not a vampire, she's an old woman, but you know. Who would have expected she was robbing the place blind? She's the cat burglar old woman. She goes up while her back's hurting, and the cat burglar, I'm an old woman, don't know what I'm doing,
Shoo.
Shoo.
Go on.
Shoo. Boo. Da-da-doo-da-doo-doo. I half-heartedly waited him again. Maybe it'll work the second time. Probably not. The same.
We are not stray cats, Miss...
Miss me with that gay shit? I'm not missing that gay shit, but this sounds like... Carmilla smiles sweetly at me, yeah. He's the smart one, so he's probably a little bit dimmer. Just saying.
Her name is Mina.
How do you know that? How do you know my name, missy? You know, I'm focused on something else there, but what is your... How do you know my name, eh?
How did you know that?
Yeah, how do you know that, bruh? Elizabeth peered closer at me and then pointed at my chest. I looked down, name tag. Ooh, what an own. Own the hair.
Miss Mina, we're merely asking for 1 bag of blood each. Only once a month?
Yes, that suffices us for killing the whole town, you know?
You're telling me the other missing things were not because of you two?
Probably not.
Do I look like I need money?
I don't know, probably. Camilla scoffed and pushed her hair off to her shoulder in a thrifty movement. Yes, he's a blonde, attractive type one, yes.
We were unaware she was taking more than the 2 bags.
Oof.
What did you want with the blood anyway?
Oh no, probably drink it. Probably drink it. Elizabeth's eyes widened and stopped a look at Camilla.
Don't
say it. Don't say it, you little vampire, you. Don't say it.
We're vampires, darling.
She fucked around and said it. We're vampires, darling. She animates 02 vibes, he does. She opened her mouth a bit and sure enough she had 2 extended canines.
Ha ha. Very funny. It's Halloween. I'm pretty sure I have a pair of plastic fangs like that in my drawer.
I wonder if she said it was everything other than Halloween. What about if it was Christmas? She probably still, I don't know.
Ooh, kinky.
Ooh, yeah, very kinky indeed. Like plastic fangs. She winked at me, Elizabeth let out a long tired sigh. Oof.
I told you, no one will ever believe you if you just blurt it out like that.
Yeah, just say you're a vampire, say your fangs, still no one will believe you. Try doing the T-pose, that might work. And gliding. T-pose. And gliding, yeah. That might work, I don't know, but we'll see. Camilla shrugged, Elizabeth turned to face me and gave me a small smile. I suppose it was meant to look reassuring.
She is right, though. We're both vampires.
Still won't believe you. She opened her mouth as though of her matching set of fangs. I nodded.
Is this a prank? Like, get a bag of blood and you're in? Or...
Who would go for a random bag of blood? You know, who else would want a bag of blood? Ted Bundy, probably, I don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer. They look too old to be in a sorority. I studied their faces for a moment. Well, she might be in a sorority, so who knows.
For the sake of getting this over with, let's pretend I believe you. You're both vampires.
Yeah, let's pretend to believe, yeah?
Why should I just hand over some blood bags?
Well, they're vampires. What do you think they need blood for? Come on, Mina. Use the brain. Come on. Camilla smiled and leaned forward, eyes little and with a wild smile.
What if I say, please?
Please. Yes, he's the attractive one, honestly. She purred, sliding her finger gently against the glass to separate us. She's trying to be flirty, she's just trying, oh, go with the goddamn blood, will ya?
How about a deal? You give us this one-time supply, and afterwards we'll find another supplier. The thing is, we need some tonight. We don't have time to find another ethical source.
Ooh, yes, you want to go on killing people now.
So?
Mina, come on now. Use a goddamn brain. What do you think so? What do you think will happen if you're gonna get blood?
If we don't get the blood here, we'll have to get it another way.
I mean, there's deer probably up in the forest if we were to go the vegan route, if that's vegan. Come in aside.
She means we'll have to find a drunk human, lure them into a dreadful alley, and drink our monthly fill from them.
Oof. And bodies will start piling up. With like my grandma when it was on a genocide on Facebook 2 years ago.
It's so insanitary to drink a stranger's blood.
Well, you're rare vampires, aren't you? Elizabeth tusk and shook her head.
It also isn't great for the humans. Is
Nah.
that what you'd have us resort to?
Of course it isn't great for the humans. What do you think?
Are you threatening me? Are you saying if I don't give you some blood, you'll go out and kill some unsuspecting partiers?
Yeah, we'll go out and kill some fuckers, boy. What do you think? We're gonna fuck around and find out if they don't give us blood? Yeah, we'll kill some rapists though. That makes more sense. Kill the dudes or women that try to get with women who are drunk and stuff like that. You know, makes sense.
How ridiculous! We never killed them. At least on purpose.
Kill them on purpose. I looked at them. They were both very pretty, but they're really immortal creatures of the night, and I'm supposed to just hand over some blood bags because of this bullshit. Well, yeah.
Okay, prove it. Prove that you're vampires. I need to know for sure.
Hey, my pretties, fly.
You can't be serious.
Yes, obviously you need to show more than fangs, don't you?
Prove it?
Let's prove it. Prove it. Do you want me to spell it out for you, Camilla?
Prove to me that you're both vampires. Somehow. Fangs don't count.
You sure? Elizabeth rolled her eyes. I crossed my arms and used my both external expression. Camilla frowned.
What? Like a dancing monkey at a carnival? How vulgar!
Seems like you might enjoy that. You're probably into that more kinky side, aren't you?
Fine. Open the door.
Probably.
What? No way.
Probably not.
You want proof or not? We can't come in unless we're invited. You could always come out here if you prefer.
Probably a bad idea.
Oh, yes. Come out here with us.
Oh yes, come out with us. I can sew all my melons. I didn't like the idea of opening the door. If they were vampires, I wasn't able to get in, and if they weren't, well, they didn't look that dangerous. Well, anyone can be dangerous, you know. Have you once seen no evil? A little old woman killed someone and that. They shot him 50, like, how many times? I mean, honestly. Go outside. I wasn't afraid. I'll just go outside. Go outside with him, no? I stepped out with only a moment of hesitation and looked from one to the other. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what?
Show me your stuff, girls. Camilla stepped closer, placed her hands on my shoulders and looked deeply into my eyes. Is he going to mesmerise? For a moment I felt like I was supposed to go in for a hug, but that would have been awkward, right?
You have pet rats at home. 3 friendly little things with quite embarrassing names.
Good old pet rats.
Freddy, Jason, and Chucky are cool names.
You called your rats Freddy, Jason and Chucky. I mean, for a horror addict, I mean, makes more sense, doesn't it? I pouted. I'd actually been very proud of those names. Wait.
How did you know that?
Unagi. That's why. Unagi.
Vampire powers.
You could just say you read her mind. She wigged her fingers and scrunched up her nose like the witch in that old sitcom. What witch in the old sitcom?
Samantha has nothing on me, my love. I can see your last happy memory. You were playing with them before you came to work today.
She didn't happy at work, is she? I nodded, convinced. I stepped back inside. I thought they were following me, but they didn't. It looked like Elizabeth was telling the truth about the invitation thing.
Okay, I believe you both. About the vampire thing. That is...
I shook my head. Whoa. Not like that, obviously, but you know. I felt easy.
That is why.
Wow, boy. Or girl.
Yes, yes. Now, can we discuss the blood? Please.
Yes, give them the blood. The blood. The blood. Right, if they're vampires, they needed blood. That's how vampires work. Alright, it would be risky. Our inventories were much close after Claudia was caught stealing. Though I was here alone, currently working with the inventory files. I could possibly mark 2 bags as contaminated for disposal and might not check the numbers too closely. As long as it doesn't become a regular thing.
Give me a minute to figure this out, okay? Just let me see if I can fudge the numbers.
Let's dodge those numbers up. Let's get dodge numbers, you know? They could go to the moon. Camilla hummed a little while Elizabeth adjusted the glasses again. I didn't want to leave them waiting too long. I'm in our fraternity, so, you know. I went back to my computer and scanned the spreadsheet of donations that I'd been in the middle of processing before they came. Hell, there was still so much left to do. There was no way I'd be able to finish it all tonight, even without any distractions. Right, time to commit a human error. You are a human error. Human error, human error, human error, human error. You know, that was a window sound. Anyway, I marked the next 2 entries as contaminated. Now to actually locate the bags. Where are those bags, boy? I stood up and walked briefly back towards the front. Camilla and Elizabeth were still there, so I gave them a quick thumbs up. They only blinked in response, but they want the blood, they're hungry. I smiled awkwardly. I tried not to notice Camilla's cleavage and Elizabeth's posture. Well, it's hard not to notice that. I mean, it's a good cleavage, not gonna lie. What was it about someone's posture that could be so hot? Are you a lesbian too? Fuck, they were staring now. Oh, of course they're looking at you. They actually want the blood. I mean, start thinking about what they look like and give them some blood. I turned away and headed towards the walk-in refrigerator. My mind was going to bad places. I've been single for too long. Nah, that's a good place, girl. That's the good places. My lab coat was so thin it didn't do much against the coldness of the room. At least I knew what I was looking for. Aha! Found them! I went back to front to sew them.
I was able to get you 2 bags of blood.
2 bags! 2 bags of blood for 2 vampires!
Excellent!
Yes!
That is fantastic, Miss Mina.
Fantastico! I must have turned those FX off, but alright, that'll leave them. I handed over the blood to them. Both of them took 1 bag with a smile. I looked back towards where my desk was. I really should get the... Read that again. Slow down, boy. I looked back towards where my desk was. I really should get back to work, even if it was tempted to linger.
Well, it's been fun. See ya.
See ya. See ya. See ya. In the future, probably. Vampire as well. I've had the chance to get to know one of them a bit better. Well, now this one. Camilla cleared her throat.
Sweet human, don't be so hasty.
Don't be so hasty. I paused.
The night is still very young. Why don't we get that drink?
Yes, let's go with Camilla and get frisky, you know. It was really too late to be here by myself. What could have hurt? He was a vampire. Probably you. That's probably who would hurt. I don't know. I had questions. I watched her twirl her finger around a strand of her soft-looking hair and gently bite her lower lip. You probably liked that, didn't you? Totally innocent questions. We know what you want to ask.
Let me close up.
Let's close this thing up, boy. I turned away and hoped it didn't look like a total dope. Calm your gay ass down, Mina. We took a cab to the bar. You know, you probably could teleport with her, but alright. I swear I walked past several times and never gone inside before. There was plenty of rumours that it was a gay bar. Camilla confidently walked inside and seemed to know everyone. I couldn't help but wonder. Probably one of the old people in there.
Is this a vampire bar?
So there's a random vampire bar out in the middle of nowhere. All in the town. So many questions of the logic. I whispered to us as we sat down. I can't believe such a crowded place had an empty booth. Camilla seemed to know that it was here, because he had led us straight to it.
Oh? Bloodlust? This is my bar.
Yeah, gonna get jiggy with it. Bar's got some jigginess with it, yeah. Anyway.
Like, you come here all the time?
Ah, what do you think?
No, little Mina. I own it.
Oh, you're in a bar?
Bloodlust is mine.
Oh, she owns a bar. I mean, pretty impressive. She leaned back in the booth and smiled at me.
Wow. So, everybody here is a vampire?
Weird town you live in, Mina. Like, you didn't know anyone. The town you didn't know lots of vampires in it. She laughed.
No, of course not.
Just the same.
Some are, sure.
Is it really okay for me to know that you're a vampire?
I think it obviously doesn't care as long as you don't tell anyone. I glanced around the bar with some super secret vampire cable appearing, convinced me her if she needed to change me or kill me. That's the kind of thing that would happen in the movie, at least. What's your movies?
Sure it is. You're such a doll. You have so many questions, don't you?
So many questions, like, can we get that off? Probably not, just joking.
Yes.
Yes I do.
Yes, I do.
Got that jiggy music going on. And yeah. Play that funky music. I don't know what I'm doing. She nodded, looking amused.
Okay then. Fire away.
Fire those questions!
Can you go out during the day? Is sunlight lethal?
That's a weird question, but some aren't, no.
Sunlight is bad. Yes. I always preferred moonlight.
I don't mind either,
Don't
if you blow up the
you?
sun and the moon. Well, yeah, to blow up the moon. Can't blow up the sun, because it's already a fire, so, you know.
Sure. What about crosses and
Hope
garlic?
it's not garlic, because garlic's quite nice. Garlic's tasty.
I can't really eat food like you do, if that's what you mean.
Oh, so you just eat blood then. Makes sense.
It doesn't ward you off?
We were walled up by garlic. I mean, come on now. It's garlic. Garlic bread. Garlic sausage. Garlic everything. With cheese in it. Cheese and garlic everything. That's probably why it's so unhealthy. But you know, it's cheese and garlic and everything. Tasty. What was that thing called again? Oh, I forgot what it's called.
No. And crosses do not bother me.
Well, the priests are fucked, aren't they? So is Van Helsing. What's his name? Bob this vampire? Oof. She smiled slowly.
Nuns can be a lot of fun.
See what he means. Especially with her. Nuns can be a lot of fun. Oh yeah. She spoke distantly and I thought it might be best to change the subject.
Do you sleep in a coffin?
Maybe. Camilla laughed harder than she had so far.
Oh, could you imagine?
Yeah, obviously not.
One of those tiny boxes? Gross.
No, blah blah blah.
I sleep in a very large and quite comfortable king-sized canopy
Can you
bed.
see? Do you think? She paused and the amusement faded from her face and a very different emotion replacing it.
Would you like to see it?
Yes, let's see it. I shuddered and hoped that like Elsie didn't notice. I glanced way towards the bar.
Maybe. I should go get us drinks,
Yeah, you want to see it, Mina. Come on. We all want to see it.
I don't drink, but let me get you something. It's free for me, of course. What will you have?
I would rather drink something to keep my hands busy at least. I was so nervous. I wanted... Here are these figures. I don't want no facilities. You know, we're going probably a little bit of horror. Bloody Mary.
That's the bar's signature drink, you
Oh,
know.
I hope you could make it good, Lynn.
it's
Yeah.
got to be good then, right?
Only the best. Especially for
Oh, yeah.
one drink coming right up.
I make it then. She left the booth and headed towards the bar. The crowd partied for her without any effort on her part. Odd. I used that absence as a chance to take a breath and give him a fortune that I was on a date with a vampire. Yeah, you're on a date with a vampire, and all he did was ask to give him some blood. It was a date, right? Yes, it was totally a date. Right. When she got back, I need to act like I was in a total loser. How does a human even try to impress a vampire?
Here you go.
Well, there's many ways a human can impress a vampire. The Stat like one, Edward like one. I don't even count Twilight, but you have to count it as a vampire movie. Into the vampire probably had one like, you know, they do like humans sometimes, the same. She had to be my Bloody Mary and stepped back down. She moved closer to me, easier in the circular booth.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're enjoying it, Mina. I sipped at it and watched her over the rim of the glass. It was a good Bloody Mary, I think. I couldn't probably taste it when I was looking at Camilla. She looked so comfortable and confident. She smiled at me and she smiled so easily but so sophisticatedly. Sophisticatedly? Alright then.
Humans are so cute.
And so are you. That's why I chose you apart from the other one. Can always think with my mind, because my mind is my mind, or something like that.
Thanks.
You know you like it. You got the blushing thing now. Just try to get to know her.
Have you been a vampire very long?
I see. She thought about it for a moment, gazing up at the ceiling.
A good while. I was turned back in the 30s.
Yeah, you do have that look to you, Ashley. Not gonna lie.
The 1830s?
No, the 30s.
Darling, no. 1930s. I had just moved out to California after watching...
Watching what? She smiled faintly, I listened intently.
I think it was Frankenstein, actually. I wanted to be an actress.
Well, you can still be an actress. People wonder why you haven't aged for a long time, but you can still be an actress.
Really? Did you ever star in anything?
Well, let's find out, eh? Let's find out, Brown Grumps.
No, I only ever got a few parts as an extra. Not even a speaking line.
Oof.
Do you ever want to go back?
Probably not a good idea, but you know, just to see. There was a sad and static tone to her voice that made me pause. Perhaps a dream that was never realised. I had a dream that I want to be an actress, but some mad vampire dude from a ghetto turned me into a vampire. You know?
No, I was turned. Then after 10 years or so, I had to
You want to
move.
kill so many people, did you?
Because you stopped aging. And it would look suspicious?
Probably.
Sure, but I was going to say things got boring. I like to move every decade or so.
Makes sense. We can move after you opened your own bar here, so... Curiosity was getting the best of me. I moved it a bit closer and lowered my voice.
Are you allowed to tell me about how you turned into a vampire?
Maybe? I don't know. She nodded and moved closer. Hope you get more closer. No, anyway. Pardon me. Now we were touching her fire against mine. Ooh, we're getting spicy. Again, I'm spicy and here, Almighty. Our arms brushed against each other. Come in, I pushed my hair behind her ear and I could feel the lightest tickle of her lips as she whispered. No. Damn you! She pulled back to laugh as I stopped expressing.
I'm kidding, dear one. It happened in Hollywood. I knew someone who knew someone, and then I ended up at a party. One thing led to another.
Oh, so you're getting drunk and he bit you? Wait, what? She shrugged.
Now I've got fangs.
Seems like whoever did that on my by mistake. Again, he probably wouldn't care, right? Or he or she, who knows?
Wow. Just like that?
Just like that. Something like that. I thought about all the movies I had ever seen about featured vampires. They were either primitive monsters or brooding or self-hating.
Do you ever regret it?
But we don't think so.
No.
Yeah, the movie you say ever was completely different, you know. She put her arm around me and pulled me close. Oh, we're getting more spicy now, aren't we? Causing my vampire-related thoughts to stall. Oof.
Enough about me, darling. Let's talk about you.
Oh, well then.
Me?
Yes, you know she wants you. My voice cracked.
Tell me about yourself.
Go on, Mina.
There isn't a lot to tell.
Well, you work in a blood bank, you have 3 rats called Freddy, Jason and Chucky. Well, there's probably more and stuff.
Don't make me beg.
Well, don't make her beg. She grinned. It was hard to concentrate when she was this close. It smelled like strawberries. Yeah, but remember the vampire that smelled like strawberries? I mean, you know, a bit odd. I cleared my throat and told her about your passion for horror. I mean, that worked, didn't it?
I love horror. All horror.
Yeah, all the horror.
Really? How interesting.
Oh, she probably didn't like that.
I love all the old Universal monsters. Also, there was a real boom in horror in the past decade, and I really think the genre deserves more respect.
I mean, she was alive when, not alive when she knew about that.
There are so many subgenres too, like Alien would be cosmic horror.
Okay, you're probably doing a bit too much now.
Who doesn't love a good ghost movie too?
That's probably why you're single, Mina. Probably why you're single, cut that.
I just watched The Shining a bit ago. It was really good, but I heard the director was a total asshole.
Oh, that got in there, did it?
That one was sort of based on a novel, but it wasn't very similar.
Okay, that one got in there because he was a bit ridiculous, early to ball, so, you know.
Horror novels are good too. Have you ever read Stephen King? He's the one who wrote The Shining. I try to read other authors
Mina, I don't think she has.
too.
I'll stop myself. Yeah, about time, yeah. I'll put it off.
I'm sorry. I'm rambling.
She didn't look bothered. Her eyes hadn't glazed over like I haven't seen so often.
I enjoy horror. Though I prefer romance.
Yeah, she probably wants you. She wants all that horror romance. Blood everywhere, why you go at it. Something like that, but alright, you know. She reached over and picked something off my shirt.
I think I enjoy listening to you talk about horror.
Yeah, she's into you now, poor girl. She's into you now. Like to know more horror? Like to name it? You say you're a horror, huh? Name every vampire movie. Because you are one, aren't you? So you should know that.
So?
My voice cracked. She was just too close. She made me nervous, but like a good nervous.
You saw my memory before. What other cool vampire powers do you have?
Let's see, shall we?
Well, I can see very recent memories, I heal fast, and I'm pretty strong and
I'm
quick.
the dominant one in bed. She seemed to think it over. She tapped her chin thoughtfully.
I don't age, which is
I
fabulous.
mean, yeah, obviously. You seen yourself? I nodded. Other than the memory thing, it was all typical vampire stuff.
Can you fly?
Don't know. She laughed. Probably not.
No, but oh, wouldn't that be wicked?
Oh, yeah, wheel. Just turn yourself into a bat and off you go. Gonna get a little batty. Gonna get a little batty. Gonna get a little daddy. Yeah, little daddy. I don't know what I'm daddy. I don't know. She placed a hand on my knee. Oh, we're going to say get some text appliances now. I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That was all I could manage. I took another sip of my drink. What else would you talk about on the date? It's been so long since I've been on one, and I was never good at them. Well, yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't asked me if I was willing to turn you.
Well, ask her then.
I already like women.
She didn't mean that, but alright. Probably mean both. That, you know. She bit her lip and had the feeling she was trying not to laugh.
I meant into a vampire, but that is good to hear.
Yes, you know, she's definitely into you now. Oh yeah. I felt her hand slide. I felt her hand slide up my thigh as her fingers drummed a small tune. Again, frisky now. Play it up, bunky jazz. Play it up, bunky jazz.
Vampire? I didn't really think of it.
Be a vampire and cover as a blood bank research or wherever you were. Even though that might be a bit too obvious, but you know.
Would you like me to tell you exactly how it's
Well,
done?
go on then. So is your charms, girl. The tools of the trade. She moved her hand higher. Oh, we're getting a little bit super saucy now. Super saucy. She's blushing to the extreme there. What were we talking about? I couldn't focus on anything the way she was looking at me and touching me, and I glanced down at her lips, painted with a dark red lipstick. Basically trying to show you how to turn into a vampire, but you can accidentally turn into one probably. You know? I could see her glint to white fangs.
Well,
We're waiting. She was asking me a question. See, I nodded. I'm not trusting myself to speak. She grinned and leaned in closer to whisper against my ear. I shuddered at the sensation of her breath against my skin.
First, I would soften the skin with my tongue.
Does that happen because the skin's already soft? See, look, my glass clinking. See, look, the tip. The music stopped. Come on, put that funky music back on. Funky, funky. See, look, the tip of my ear. I'm perfectly jumped out. I perfectly jumped up my seat. I always spilled my drink everywhere.
Sorry.
I like to be direct.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know you like it, Mina. Don't worry.
I like you, Mina.
Yes, getting right to get in there now.
I like you too.
This is some weird dream. Probably someone who's into horror and the lesbian themselves. She reached over and pulled me closer to her again. One hand on my hip and the other began to rub circles on the back of my neck. Not only getting frisky, you're gonna have no life for the end of this.
So then, you wouldn't mind terribly if I kissed
You
you?
mean turn me? Yeah, go ahead. I don't know. Who cares? I glanced around the room, but no one was really looking at us. If they were, did it matter? There was a bar, not a church or something. Come on, girl, go with it. I nodded yes. I would like. Read that again. I nodded yes. I would very much like kissing now. That's. I would like. That's not proper grammar there. Yes, I would like very much to kiss now. Or I don't know. She leaned forward without another word and pressed her lips against mine. I felt my eyelids flutter closed. Yeah! Play that funky rock song! I'm grunge! And you are! Come! And you are! I'm gonna good! Yeah. I could hear the throbbing music in the bar, some grungy rock song I didn't know. Camilla tasted sharp like copper. Odd. There was also a hint of something quite sweet. Her hair was soft as I imagined. I felt surrounded by strawberry fields. It must be her shampoo. Why would she clean herself with strawberry? Alright. She pulled away and giggled, moving to kiss the side of my face and drifting to my throat. Oh.
Are you going to bite me?
Come on, let's get kinky with it, shall we? I asked, dazed.
Do you want me to?
Hell yeah! Play that funky music. Yeah. I felt the tips of her fangs brush gently against my skin, icy and severe. Despite a small voice telling me being bitten was probably not a good idea. I mean, who cares, honestly? I couldn't help but think, yes, I wanted her to bite me. I wanted her to bite me badly. Oh yes, badly. Her breath was hot despite the otherwise coldness of her skin and mouth.
Yes.
Come on, let's sink in those teeth. There was a sharp scrape of her fangs against my skin and then a quick prick. It only hurt for a moment. Afterwards I felt a slowly warmth come over me. It lasted only briefly before she pulled away to smile at me. Just a touch of blood had torn to her lips. I laughed, feeling a bit drunk.
You taste amazing. I was afraid I'd take too much.
Oof. Probably did, just saying. Don't think when she was drunk. She winked at me. I had the feeling she was just trying to flatter me. I nodded. The skin was a bit sore when she had bitten me. I touched the area gingerly, but it wasn't actively bleeding. Just a small drip of blood. Isn't vampire teeth like a suction type thing, probably? I don't know in that respect, but no. The giddy drunk feeling was fading. I never hadn't had that much yet, but my glass was more than half full.
Why did I feel a bit lightheaded?
Because he drank your blood. She shrugged.
I don't know. Humans tend to feel that way.
So what happened to that blood bag you had? That we got for you? Did you not have that yet? I smirked. She don't obviously cared about any type of scientific explanation, but I couldn't help but be curious. That was for another night though. Yeah, another night of passion of a vampire, you know. She was moving in to kiss me again, so I had the better things to occupy my mind. We had a wonderful evening. It started to get late, so I had to work in the morning. You know, I would be exhausted. I hastily said my goodbyes. I would have stayed longer if I didn't. I would have stayed longer if I didn't feel almost ready to fall asleep. I wondered if I'll see her again. Probably, who knows. 1 year later.
You're taking forever.
Oof.
I'm almost done.
Come on. This place makes me hungry.
Hey man, let's go.
I know. Just one more.
Right, so you knew her for a year now? Probably? I finished logging off the computer system and turned off everything off. Carmilla waited for me, wearing her favourite outfit. Yeah, very favourite outfit. The same one she had worn when I first met her. So she doesn't wear that every day. I can't believe it's almost been a year. She swayed around the room and pacing but not agitated. The past year had been such a whirlwind. Lots of parties, lots of late nights at a bar. Something was always going on when Camilla was involved. Our time together has always been an enjoyable rush.
We go to Bloodlust all the time. Why are you in such a rush?
Does he love you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I think he's trying to turn you. Her voice is breathy and made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. I cleared my throat.
Well, I'm ready. What are you waiting for?
Oh, yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go jiggy with it. Yeah. Her eyes lit up the way they usually did when she was getting her way. A pleasant sight. She took my hand and dragged out me of the clinic happily. I didn't have time to lock up. Who cares about locking up? We stepped in the bar and immediately I knew something was up. The place was empty.
Where is everyone?
Yes, where is everyone? Elementary, my dear Watson. I would have been nervous, but Camilla was calm as ever. I followed her inside. She moved with an uncanny grace. I couldn't help but wonder if it was possible for her to trip. Probably not.
I closed the bar.
Yes, she's trying to turn you, but also we're going to say yes to that.
Isn't Halloween a huge night for this place?
You know, you'll see. It was also a Saturday.
Hush.
Hush, 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 hush. She sat me in her favourite booth, the one that was always mysteriously empty. There was no sign. People just seemed to know not to sit there. She handed me a key. I looked over it. It was very rusty.
Thank you?
What's the key for,
Move in with me.
Why not? Hey, let's go! She sounded like she could barely contain herself. I looked up her. I've been to Camilla's house before. It was a gigantic old mansion. Littered with cobwebs and antique clutter. Well, clear that up, but it's an old mansion. Don't know how she got that, but probably she got it because he's a vampire, but no. There was a cheerful old lady who snuffed around outside as the house. There's a cheerful old lady who shuffled around as our housekeeper. She didn't keep the place up as she should. The place practically screamed, "The vampire lives here." The last neon letters. Well, you don't say.
Move in with you.
Yeah, move in with her.
Yes!
Yes! And you hear me that every time when you do that, don't I? She hugged me. I smiled and so I put the key in my key ring. I tried not to think about all the cleaning I need to do to feel comfortable there.
This is a big step. Are you really sure you want a human cluttering up the place?
How long have you been? Are you still human? Every time she bite you, because in Rosario Vampire, in the manga past, not the first 2 seasons, after what's her name? Mocha bites Kusune several times, he becomes a ghoul. So why is he not a ghoul yet? Happens in the manga, by the way. I would like to see that on a season, but they've been one since like 2011 or something, or 2008 or 9. Pain, that, isn't it? So he grinned and sat beside me.
I was thinking we could change it.
Yeah, that's another yes.
Tonight.
Big yes to moving, big yes to changing. She opened her mouth and showed her fangs. We talked about it before, but I had finally made up my mind I'd like to be a vampire, but didn't expect it to happen now.
Maybe.
So yes. I looked down at my body. Is this the way I want to look for eternity? Well, yeah, obviously. You can wear all those cool goth clothes, you know? Yeah. Carmilla tipped my chin up so I could look at her.
You look amazing as you are. If you'd like to wait, though, we can. I just thought tonight would make it poetic.
No, tonight. She shrugged, carefree as always.
What about you, though? Where will you get your blood? Where will I?
Paint the whole town red, like, you know.
I thought about that. What if we did your
Open the blood
idea?
clinic cafe.
The blood clinic cafe thing?
Makes sense.
Oh, Carmilla, come on. It's a neat idea, but an execution...
Well, it's good cover. Well, somewhat good cover before people find out. I've shook my head. The idea to run a blood clinic, but then give blood to vampires. There are laws and health codes and such. She kissed me and forgot my worries. She is very carefree, not gonna lie. Sometimes I wondered if there was a special vampire power, just her power over me. I sighed happily.
Don't worry so much.
No, I come in very carefree. There's no worries. Be happy. No worries. Things always just worked out when I was a committer. I nodded, why wait?
Alright. Let's do it. How was it done?
How do the work? She clapped her hands together in excitement and smiled sweetly.
I drink a lot more than I usually do.
Oof.
Then I give you some of my blood.
Like in practically every vampire movie we've seen?
Maybe?
Basically. It won't feel great, but then it's over and...
You're dead! Hooray! She held her arms out.
Ta-da! Vampire!
Yeah, ta-da, ta-da, ta-dee-da-dee-da.
I feel like you're underselling the part that sucks.
Well, because it sucks.
Well, you've seen the movies.
Yes, it ain't a good thing, you know, Vampire Diaries. One that the Bulgarian girl plays, I forgot that. Something happened so much in that. She didn't die to become a vampire, she just became a vampire. She didn't die whatsoever. So they wouldn't make her undead, she's still alive, but as a vampire, I don't know. She looked down from him and then back up at me. I knew I could trust her. She never once done a thing to hurt me.
Alright, let's get this over with. Here? Is here alright?
Yes. I was starting to feel a little less enthusiastic. The dread of the bad bit hung over me still. Let's get over it already. Let's do it.
Yes.
Yes, come on, let's go. I sat down and come in and made sure I was comfortable. She pushed the hair away from my neck and gently kissed my skin from it until I felt myself relax. The sting of her fangs was something I've gotten used to over the last year, but this time it was different. As if they had sunk in deeper. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. It feels like you got a vaccine for you, probably, or, you know. I gasped my breath as I felt my body become heavier and warmer. The room began to spin. It's spinning! Things grew dark, my heart pounded against my chest as if it was trying to escape my ribcage. The throbbing moved to my head and I couldn't breathe. This was the bad part, wasn't it? Yeah, because you're dying. You're drinking most of your blood. I tried to open my mouth and suck in oxygen, but I couldn't. I moved my hands uselessly, trying to communicate with Camilla what was happening, but I was too weak. She held me against her tightly as there was no in my panic. My lungs were burning. A small voice tended to remind me that I wanted this, but my human survival instinct set my mind reeling. And everything went dark. Now listen, and there was nothing. No light, no darkness, no sound of disappearing. It was like floating in blackness, but I've fallen asleep and knowing you will never wake up again. Ceasing to be, or something like that. It was terrifying. It was terror time again. Then my eyes opened, pains ached from my base of my skull and shot down my spine. Oof. A coldness slowly spread out and then the pain subsided. I collapsed into the booth, breathing heavily.
It's alright. It will be alright.
Now you're awake as a vampire. I could finally hear her. Had she been whispering, was reassuring things this whole time? I moved my tongue. There was a taste in my mouth, a pleasant metallic taste. Blood. I didn't remember drinking her blood, but I must have.
It's going away. The feeling.
I got that feeling. That's gonna be a good night. I felt a little dazed, but managed to sit up and look at her.
You'll be feeling much better very
Yes,
soon.
very, very soon, yes. Despite her calm voice, I could see the strain of worry flirt across her face before melting into relief. After a few long minutes, I was able to sit up and stand. I was able to move and bend with ease. There was no ache or no resistance to any form of actions. I hadn't realised how limited my body had been before. I stretched. It felt so good to twist and pull out any muscles without any defiance from my bones.
I feel amazing.
You are immortal! Come in to kiss me. I wrapped my arms around her and paused when I realised she had no longer felt like a moving statue.
Fun, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's fun. Being a vampire is fun. It is no curse. It's a gift when you know how to use it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, macho man. Where are you going? Oh, I pulled her back down into the booth and into my lap. We kissed desperately with a bubbling giddiness. She was rougher in a way. She began to tug at my shirt. I pulled at the top of my clasps of her corset. Oof, we're getting some spicy stuff now. Usually something that gave me no end of trouble. This time, one yank was all it took. I heard the pop and suddenly the corset was in my hand and not on Camilla. She looked down at me and eyes wide in a wicked smile. I wanted to apologise for ruining her corset, but she ripped her own shirt in half immediately after. I felt a whisper of air against my exposed skin. With movement easier than had ever been before, I managed to push onto her neck. We fell onto the sticky floor of the bar and tangled her limbs. There in blood loss on the dirty floor of the bar, we ravaged each other with passion. Ooh. You know, just imagine that. Don't split up the screen again, but no. Just imagine that. Getting it on, yeah. Getting it on. We ravaged each other with a passion she had always been too careful to show me before. Kinkier. And then I knew then that we were equal in a way that had not been before, and almost regretted that we had taken so long to change me into a vampire. I had reborn into TheOracle. My new life would begin, and with quite honestly the love of my life. We whispered romantic affirmations through our moans of pleasure while we enjoyed the empty bar. Wouldn't people hear that outside? I don't know, probably, but you know, you're gonna hear that, and moans. We're getting jiggy with it. We're getting jiggy with it. Oh yeah. The end, and that was actually a fun visual novel, I'm not gonna lie. Credits. Project lead, Roger Gill, Jamie Scribbles. I mean, that was a good little mini story about a vampire from the love of the human and stuff. And from the beginning, and the artwork is, not gonna lie, pretty good as well. Nothing to scoff at, really. For the games on each show, this is probably one of the best played, and it is probably one of the best played I had. So let's clap, because that was a good game. Clap for its mightiness game, yes. Random anime girl with a snake. Gonna dance, yeah, dance, yeah. The views of what? Thanks for playing, yes, and I enjoyed playing it. That was actually a fun game, not gonna lie. Gotta get jiggy. Gotta get jiggy, and also Commander is the best girl. Also, I'd probably do a second video doing with her, probably. But again, that'll be a bit painful, wouldn't it? So yeah, anyway, leave it there then. By the way, we're gonna get jiggy with it. Dance about jazzy music. So yes, if you enjoyed this video and want more, don't forget to come on the dollars, baby. Stay spooky. $2.